Hi, one best SBR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. We're the odds couple. We come to you from sportsbookreview.com, SBRodds.com. We're talking with Troy West from TroyWins.com, doing some early handicapping of upcoming bowl games. And right now we're going to take a look at the Holiday Bowl, which goes on Tuesday, the 27th of December, Washington State and Minnesota. Ooh. This is kind of an interesting one. It's being played in California. Now, Washington State, of course, last year, Washington State was just an ATS juggernaut, cashing week in and week out and week in and week out. This year, they actually lost 5 out of the last 7 games ATS. Still an excellent team, but definitely not undervalued as they were last year, although they did start the year strong ATS, sort of a carryover from their undervalued condition of last year. So during the tough Pac-12 schedule, they weren't that good of a bet. They were, in fact, a good fade. Minnesota, very 50-50 ATS all season long. Of course, played a lot of tough teams from the Big Ten. And right now the line here is Washington State minus 6.5. I don't know what I'm thinking. Maybe Washington State returns to some of the value that they had in the early part of the season. Maybe they're a good bet, but 6.5 is a lot of poents, Mike Brenner, right?
It is, and it's bowl time, so it's the Super Bowl for all these teams. But you know what? I'm glad we're talking with Troy because he's got a great feel for these teams out there, and especially Washington State, because it was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago we did a video with him. He brought up that point about their wide receiver, all right? That ended up being critical information to cash tickets. All right, now, this team, Washington State, I think they got enough talent to get it done. I think they're better. I'm waiting to hear what Troy says, but I'm literally so close to pulling the trigger at the 6.5.
Troy, Washington State was very tested in the Pac-12 conference play, but so was Minnesota. What's your take on this one?
Yeah, no, last year, obviously a year ago, one of my biggest plays of the year was Washington State getting 3 points against Miami. They went in and beat Miami outright. I love Washington State again in this bowl game this year. Coach Mike Leach knows how to coach in these bowl games. When you give Mike Leach 30-plus days to prepare for a team, he's going to be ready for him. I think he'll have about 28 days for those that are going to correct me. But this Washington State team, Pete, the air raid offense. You name a team in the Big Ten that runs the air raid offense. There isn't one. Minnesota hasn't seen a team that throws the ball 50, 60 times a game. And we're talking one of the best quarterbacks in the country and Luke Falk when it comes to tossing the rock around. You can't prepare for this. I don't care how much you practice for it over the next few days. When you don't have a guy that can throw the ball like Luke Falk, you're in some serious trouble. Meanwhile, Washington State, they've seen what Minnesota can bring to the table, which is a power run game, and they can stop it. This Washington State team, very talented. Yes, they're a man down. Yes, I've gone against them throughout the course of the year. But when I've gone with Washington State, I'm 4-0. I like them big in this game. I think Washington State wins this thing like a 42-20. They'll take care of business. Pac-12 is very underrated. Washington State wins this football game, and they cover 6.5.
Open up the car door, baby. I'm jumping in.
Really?
Brenner's jumping in.
Okay.
Hell yes.
Minus 6.5, just the full game. That's all you want, Mike Brenner?
And you know what? This is real. I mean, Troy has had a good feel for these teams for a long time. And what he just said, all right, he's gone against them and cashed, and he knows when to go with them, all right?
Yes.
I'm on with him. I think this just makes nothing but sense. That defense is going to be so tired from 55 or 60 passes.
All right, minus 6.5, minus 104 is the current line we can give you, Mike Brenner. Troy West recommending a play on Washington State, minus 6.5. Troy West's website is TroyWins.com. Troy, tell us about what you do there.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, we've been on absolute fire lately, especially in college football. We've been known to be outstanding when it comes to the bowl seasons. We sell a package that gets you every single bowl game throughout the course of the year. Could not be more excited. Come take a look. That's TroyWins.com.
Thanks, Troy.
Thanks, Troy.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.